Okay, so by popular demand, not just by my following, but other people who I've personally spoke to, like family members, I'm gonna do a video. Now, I do apologize for anyone watching this on their computer. I am gonna be doing this in portrait mode, and the reason is because every app that I'm gonna go into is actually in portrait mode. It makes sense, obviously. So basically, what I want to go over is, like the title mentioned, like I guess if I had to name it right now, because I don't have a name for it, but this is just like how I look at Bitcoin. Okay, I want to also go over how I buy, how I sell, why I buy, where I buy, things like that. I want to just go over it really quick. This is like take two. So if anything, I may delete this copy, but if you guys are hearing this, it's most likely because I kept the copy. But what I'm gonna try to do is just kind of keep on going over it until I make accurate information. And then I'll try to go through it and then leave information down below for you guys. So if you guys want to fast forward, you can just click on the numbers. It should allow you to fast forward to that time within the video. I also put it down in the comments as well. So how I begin, and the things that I do with Bitcoin, right? So the first thing, right, let me just go here, right? So we'll just open up a private browser. So the first thing is you want to get like an app, right? So you want to have a way to buy and sell. Now, since I'm in the country that I'm in, we only have a few options. One of those very, very slim options is actually Coinbase.com, right? So if I go to Coinbase.com, it's going to ask you for an email address. Once you type an email address in there, it will then let you create a username and password. We'll just put a random, one of my randomly generated emails. And I don't mind you guys emailing me here. I have no problem with that. But as you guys can see, it will ask you for if you're an individual or if you're a business. And if you're a merchant, do you want merchant services? But they don't offer that anymore. So obviously, you're only going to want one thing, and that's with Jaxx. So, but you can actually fill out the rest of the information here as an individual. Just make sure as you are filling out the information, you are filling it out accurately. And then from there, you can create your account. It will then send you an email. You then activate it. And then it will let you log in using this website as well as the app. Okay, so with the app, the way that you use the app, and I'll just log into the app really quick. The way that you use it is you just pick what you're looking to do, right? So they only have 3 for now. I think they're going to probably be adding Ripple and I forget the other one. There's another one that is rumored to be added to Coinbase, but I know there's a 5th one. I can't remember it right now, but I don't want to give out false information. So as you guys can see, Bitcoin has gone down $700 in the last day, right? So I like to look at the last week. Usually when I get in here, I like to see what the last week has done. So the lowest that it's been in the past week was 993 whatever at this point, right? So this is the point where it was the lowest it's ever been. And then you also have what it was a week ago and then what it is today. And as you guys can see, the highest it was in this past week is 11.8. And then the lowest it was 936. And this is all in US dollar, okay? And then same thing with the other tokens. Ethereum last week, the highest it was 500, the lowest it was 409. Right now we're right in the middle, like literally right in the middle. It's about 60-40, but we're right in the middle. Okay, and then last but not least, we have Litecoin. Now you guys don't see me have any Litecoins, but that doesn't mean I didn't buy any. You just don't see it on here because I like to keep them in Jaxx. At the same time, I like to keep them on my exchanges. I'm weird like that. I'll go through that in a second. But again, the lowest it was in the past week. You can also look at the month, look at the year, and you look at overall since it started. So if you had bought in at 6 cents and you bought $600 worth, you had 60,000 of these, and then these are now worth $100, you will be a millionaire. So it's kind of how that works, right? And then same thing overall, 46 cents if you'd have known about it back in 2015. And then had you bought in sometime in 2017, earlier this year, you would have gotten a really good deal. I didn't get started into Ethereum until about May. So I seen at this point, and then I started to see $300, and then now we're back at almost at 500. So, and then same thing overall, you got in super early. This is as far back as Coinbase goes, which is $13.33. And then now you're looking at today's price, or the highest it ever. Well, actually, it was higher than that. We're talking about 11. 355. I think it was 11.8. Okay, so that's that. And then obviously to purchase, right? So I just want to just go over this really quick. So to purchase, the way you want to do it, you want to click on buy down here at the bottom. Now I can't highlight it, so I do apologize, but here down at the very bottom, you see prices, account, you see buy, alerts, and settings. If you click on account, it will let you pick that account, and then you can buy that way. So you click on buy, it will take you to your accounts. So if you don't have accounts already set up, it will take you to this screen instead. Okay, on this screen, you'll see your credit card, debit card, bank account information, as well as your Coinbase US dollar account information. If you don't have anything here, you can just press the plus symbol. It will take you to this screen right here. In order for you to buy, you need to click on one of these two. In order for you to sell, you can only sell to a bank account. It works like an ACH, which is a transaction as if it's like a debit. Okay, as if you got paid from your job, they pay you through ACH. So if you use the top version of it, if you click on this, it's going to take you to your bank. Now you can type in any bank that you have, and then it will give you that bank account information. There we go. I was looking for. It will give you that bank account information. You click on it, and then it will tell you to log in. Okay, you then log in. Yes, I want to exit. You then log in, and then it will take you to. It will send that bank account. 2 transactions. Either if you're doing a setup for your bank account, I believe it sends you the money, and if you're doing a withdrawal account, which is your credit card, debit card, it will actually withdraw 2 small transactions under $2, but I believe over $1. Once you verify those 2 transactions, you can now buy and sell using your bank account. It takes 4 to 5 business days to buy and sell. Okay, as you guys can see here, let's say if I click on it and I type in an amount, we'll just type in 500. It tells you it will charge you a fee, and then once I click done, it will take me to a confirmation page, which I don't want to press it right now just in case it decides to go farther than the confirmation page, but it will take me to the confirmation page. You know what, let's just press it. So we press done. I don't want to press it. So you press done or whatever, take the confirmation page, and then at that point you can then confirm your transaction, and it will give you the time frame of how long it will take for you to get that money. And same thing with selling. So the way that selling works is a little bit different. You can deposit directly to your bank account, or if you don't have a bank account, you can deposit directly to the US dollar account. Okay, so if you put in this US dollar account, you can withdraw straight from here. But if you already have a bank account set up, you can withdraw straight to the bank account. Okay, so that's Coinbase. That's how that works. Again, buy and sell is right here at the bottom. It says buy, both arrows here. You can click on accounts to get to the buy and sell if you want. And you can set up alerts. I don't have any alerts. I did have Ethereum alerts. I believe my Ethereum alert was at 300 because at one point it went down. So I put it at 300 and it jumped up, and then also put it back at 300 in case it went back down, and then it went down. So I no longer have alerts. But it is good to see, like, put them up there, because some people will want to say, okay, create an alert, allow, and then I want to say, let's just say 12,000 even. And you create an alert. So that's about it, you know what I mean? And once it hits 12,000, I will then get a notification. Bitcoin is currently $12,000, and it's done. So that's Coinbase. That's how I buy and sell getting my Bitcoin. So I haven't done like a crazy amount of buying, but this is how I buy and sell. If you go through my transactions, you will not see a bunch of buying and selling. You won't see anything in here like that. You'll just see me sending and receiving Bitcoins. And as you guys can see, Shift, Financial, stuff like that, you'll see through my Coinbase account. Okay? Okay, so the next wallet that I'll talk about briefly, and then I'll just jump into the next one, is probably CoinsBank. Now I will log in actually. So I'll log in and show you guys. Now I have, what is that, like 100 and maybe like $20 in there. But let me show you why I don't actually like Coinbase. CoinsBank, right? Oh, I meant to show you guys this too as well. Sorry about that. So let's say if you wanted to receive money or send money, you already got some money in here, you already purchased, but you want to actually send and receive. You would go to your account. You want to send from your Bitcoin account. You press the little arrow at the top right. So that's how you send Bitcoins, okay? What you do is you type in the amount that you want to send, right? And then you press on send. It will then ask you, where do you want to send it? You can type in someone's email address, or you can type in someone's Bitcoin address, okay? So to get your Bitcoin address is here at the top right. You see that little 4 circle thing, that 4 square thing? That's the get your Bitcoin account address. You just want to copy that. Now, if you had someone else, I'll probably show you guys a reference video. I don't really like to reference other people's videos because I don't want people to get confused. But I'll put it down in the bottom, a reference video to how to use this up close and personal with someone. But basically, let's say someone wanted to send you Bitcoins. You can press the share button. It will ask you how do you want to share. Or you can just copy the address, right? So if you copy the address, you can actually text that address to them, and then they can then copy it and then put it in here where we had, and you can put it in here where now it says, okay, I'm going to be sending this amount. Here's the fee. And then I can put a note on here, whoever their name is, say like that. So basically that's how you send and receive Bitcoin. So if you go to a website and you're going to buy coins from that particular website, or you're going to buy their token or whatever you're going to do, or you need to do a deposit onto an exchange. Again, I'll show you all those things. That's where you put that information at. Again, it's not going to be buy and sell. It's actually at the top right. That's how you send. Okay? That's how you send. So now that I got that copied, I'm going to go back here. And this is my first Bitcoin account. This is what I first started with. As you guys can see, it started in like July with this account. I was going to start to store my Bitcoins in here. But then one day, I actually needed some money. And I realized, hey, I got like 50 bucks in here. This is when Bitcoin was about $5,000, maybe 4,000, something like that. I got 50 bucks in here. Let me withdraw that. So I clicked on withdraw. And it will ask you, how do you want to send these Bitcoins? So you can choose how you want to send them. Enter the amount, 0.01. Okay? Then you click on how you want to send it. It lets you send it to your own self, which is super weird, right? So I can send it to one of these weird accounts, which is super weird to me. Again, I don't understand that at all, but it is what it is. I can send myself my own money, okay? But then the other method is someone else's wallet, okay? You have to send at least 0.0001. You click on that, and then you type in the destination you want to send it to, okay? That's a destination wallet. That's how you send it. If someone's right next to you and you don't want them to text you their address, if you click on that little square thing right there, it will give you this video, this camera. And then this is how you get the Bitcoin address to pop up, okay? All right, once you do that, you can then put your note in like before. And then you see the max I can send is 0.006 and my fee on that is 0.005. That is crazy, right? And the reason why I say that's crazy is because if you think about it, me being able to only send 0.006 is, 006 because I have 0.011, that's like 50% of my money is being taken from me sending that amount. I don't know, I just don't get it. You know what I mean? So if I type it in again, let's just put that information in again. As you guys can see, it then gives me the same information. 0.006 is the most I can send because my fee alone is going to kill it. So I don't really use this because as you guys can see, this is about $5. This used to be more. This used to be like, about $20 to send with this amount. Or it used to be less. It used to be less. But at the same time, it's still a lot of money. So I don't usually use CoinSBank, but I wanted to at least show you guys another option. This is probably going to be one of the ones that if I do have about 25, 30 Bitcoins, it'll most likely be in here. I have the 2FA as well as the email, text, and I have, like I mentioned, 2FA. My security on this one is super, super strong. Because it's just really annoying to get into this account if you don't actually have it set up on my phone. So which is something that I really like about it. So that's that, and I'll just stop the video to go to the next wallet. Okay, so the next wallet that I actually use, I use this wallet a whole lot, you know what I mean? It's going to be my blockchain. So to buy and sell, we'll just recap really quick because I know you guys aren't, you guys are watching this live or rewinding it or whatever. But basically what I do is I use Coinbase to actually purchase. Okay, so I use that to do my purchases. Anytime I decide that I need more Bitcoins, I'll buy using that wallet, okay? I also use that, and I'll talk about it later on with my Shift debit card. So we'll talk about that as well later on. But that's what I use that wallet for, okay? And then this wallet right here is how I send and receive Bitcoins, right? And the reason why I use this wallet to send and receive Bitcoin is because the fees are cheaper than the others, okay? Other than that, there's no real reason to use blockchain over the others. As you notice, I don't really use, you saw me use 2 transactions, which were deposits inside CoinsBank. I used a few transactions here and there inside Coinbase. And then you're going to see a ton of transactions in and out on here, okay? So I like this one in particular more, again, because the fees are just a lot cheaper. So I'll show you guys an example, right? So I sent this amount yesterday and only paid $2. You know what I mean? So I like that. It was 0 point with 3 zeros and a 1. That's nothing. You know what I mean? $2, that's nothing at all. Same thing with this one I received, you know what I mean? So, and then this one, $3. This one was 70 cents for me to send $500. This one was $4 at the time. This one was $7.50. So I'm not gonna go through all of them, but you guys get the point. You know what I mean? So, and then at the same time, if I ever want to do Ethereum on here, I will. As of right now, given the fact that all the things that I do inside Ethereum are ERC20, this is not an ERC20 compatible wallet. So I will not be using this one for my Ethereum wallet, okay? Unless I'm going to store Bitcoins, or if I have a secondary Ethereum wallet, then most likely you'll see me use that. But as of right now, I do not use this Ethereum wallet. As you guys can see, no transactions. I have no real reason to put Ethereum in here, other than the fact that maybe I want to send it to be cheaper. But how would I get it in here? I'll have to purchase it from one place and send it here. And I can't purchase, Ethereum from here because of my country that I'm in. You can't do that. So as of right now, Ethereum has no usage for me on the blockchain. Unless for whatever reason on the blockchain, I use Ethereum and the fees are like $0, but I'll still be paying a fee to get it here. So honestly, I don't see myself using this Ethereum yet. So to receive Bitcoin, at the top right, same thing. You have your little QR code. You can just click on that. I'm sorry, to send Bitcoins. You have the little top right, the same code as we saw before. You just click on it, and it will give you the scan icon. You can scan, right? Or to receive, you press on request. Down at the bottom, you're going to have send, dashboard, transactions, and then request. So this is how you request any, and then same thing with this code right here. If you click on the code, or if you click on the square, you'll be able to copy it. And then same thing, you can click on here, and then it will let you scan if you want to scan someone else's, which I don't know why you would want to click on that to send. But anyway, and you can receive it. You can receive it to your Bitcoin wallet, or if you want to receive Ethereum, they'll give you an Ethereum wallet. Same thing, click on it, it will copy. And then from there, you can request a payment. Now, if you put someone's information in here, it will send them that request through email, and then that person can then send you the Bitcoins if they wanted to. So that's totally up to you, you know what I mean, if you want to send it that way, or you can put in the request. It will then give you an option to share, and then at that point, you send that person your thing, and then what they do is they press the button, and then they send Ethereum or Bitcoins to you. So that's how that works. This is how I send and receive. Again, to send the Bitcoins, you just want to go over to the send, put that address in that you have copied, and then you're just going to type it all in here. I know that's an Ethereum address, but anyone that's not new to Bitcoin, basically you just put the information in here, and then you just type in how many Bitcoins you want to send, or type in how many Bitcoins you want to send, right? It tells you how much it's going to cost you, and also at the fee at the bottom, or you can just type in how much you want to send, and it will put in the amount of Bitcoins for you, right? So you can see with you see where it says regular fee. Okay, first of all, let's not skip too far. Do you see where it says use total available minus the fee? So if you click on that, that's actually a link. It will fill in all of your information for you. At this point, you can press continue and then send those Bitcoins, okay? So that's how that works. If you decided you wanted to send everything you have to someone, or you wanted to cash out and send all your Bitcoins to one address, you can totally do that. And that's how you do that. Other than that, if you don't want to pay the fee, the high fee, and you want to change it to a slower fee, I'm sorry, you want to pay a higher fee for it to be approved or done faster. See how it says an hour plus? So this could mean that it can take somewhere between 1 hour and 1 day, or even 3 days I've seen up to, for blockchain to confirm transactions. But if you say, you know what, I wanted to confirm in like an hour or two, I'm not going to say it's under an hour, but it's approximately about 2 hours. You click on that, it will give you a much higher fee. Now, you see that? It's only like 70 cents more. They don't really have those options for Coinbase. They don't have those options for CoinsBank. But I do like this option here. You know what I mean? So I love that option. I usually use that option for a lot of the things that I do. And as you can see, if I click on this now, it shows me a lot smaller amount that I can send. And that's only because Bitcoin probably just went down and the fee just went up. See how the fee went up $26 for me to send that much. So, and then before, if I wanted the regular fee, it's $18. So you can see where this differs, you know what I mean? So, $20 now. So you see that it isn't much of a difference between sending a big amount and a little amount, as far as the fee being priority or regular. I like the priority only because, you know, I'm willing to pay an extra dollar to see it get confirmed a lot faster. So that's blockchain. There's not much to it other than that. You can check the prices, obviously, but you really just want to just receive to blockchain. You want to back up your wallet. When you press back up, it's going to give you 12 numbers. Write those down. You do want to have them written down and stored in a safe. A lot of us do have safes or safes, safe deposit boxes, or offline USBs that we acquire, that we put everything on. So there's a lot to being secure, but you do want to make sure you're at least doing what you're doing as far as, you know, we want to make sure that you're at least going into here and making sure that you're backed up. And if you do lose your username and password, or your phone, or your computer that everything was logged into, you don't have a problem getting everything back because you do have the private keys. Okay, so those 12 numbers and the private key that they give you, you want to have that written down. You might want to take a picture of it and print it out and then store that as well. Again, a safe deposit box, or anything offline. You know, anything that's not on your computer or on your phone is best. Okay? All right, so I'm going to stop this because that's really it. You don't have much more than that. Again, to send, you can press this little icon at the top right. Okay, and you can scan someone's code that's right next to you, or if they gave you a code, you can paste it right here, and then you can type in the amount you have to send them. So if they say send exactly this much, because a lot of websites say that, send exactly that much. Same thing with here. If it's an exact amount of dollar amount you got to send to a particular person, and they didn't tell you how many Bitcoins, send that exact dollar amount, and then it will actually confirm it. Then you press send, and you confirmed. And that's it, you know what I mean, to send and receive. And if you're going to receive, request, copy your address, and then text that to someone, or you can type in the amount here, request the money. So let's just say we're going to request 1 Bitcoin from somebody. Press request. It will ask me, how do I want to send this information to someone? I copy the information, and then I can now send that to someone, and then they can now send me back the amount of Bitcoins that I'm asking for. So that's it. Okay, so if you have any questions about this, you can ask questions about this as well. I'll put this in a link down below for the time. Okay, so the next wallet you're going to see me talk about is Jaxx. Okay, so Jaxx is probably, if I had to choose out of all three of them, which one is my favorite, I will probably say it's Jaxx, right? So the reason why I'm going to say it's Jaxx is not for the simple fact that it looks nice, or, you know, because of anything weird like that, or anything that maybe someone is thinking about. It's because of the you know, utilization of it, the capability of what it can do. First off, it is ERC20 compatible. Okay, I love the fact that it's ERC20 compatible, because if I use my Ethereums to purchase any tokens, I have the option to do so. And on top of that, I can actually convert. So let's say I had Ethereum in here, right? And I do have like a half Ethereum or so in here. So let's say I have a half Ethereum in here, and I decided, you know what, I actually want to turn that $261 into Bitcoins. I have that option in Jaxx. I don't have that in blockchain. Otherwise, I would have showed you in the last part of the video. I don't have that in Coinbase, or CoinsBank, even though they also do Ethereum as well. Okay, I think CoinsBank does Litecoin. If they do Ethereum, I don't remember seeing it in there, but they probably do. So I didn't see that option. Why don't I see that option? Now, on Bitcoin, CoinsBank and Coinbase, sorry, I keep getting them too mixed up as far as being able to talk about them. those two, you do have somewhat of an option. So it's not totally no option. You do have an option. The way you do it is you go to, and let me just go into Coinbase really quick. So let's say I wanted to turn Bitcoin into Ethereum or vice versa. The way you do it is you sell, you pick the amount, and you pick US dollar. Okay? There is no fee to do this. Once you do this, okay, you then send it and it will end up inside this wallet. Once you do that, you then go to this wallet and you do, you then go to the wallet you want to send it to and you go to buy. Once you're here, you pick the wallet you want to buy it from. Here, you see here in the middle, US dollar wallet. See, I had the 12 cents in there. Just imagine if I put $100 in there. I can then buy 1 Ethereum. Again, it won't let me buy it because I don't have enough. But 0.001. I can't buy that amount. Okay. Anyway, so it will charge you a small fee to buy, which is great because it doesn't cost that much. But that's the only way to really convert it over. Same thing works inside blockchain. Okay, so if you're inside blockchain, you have the same exact capability. What you do is you can actually no, you don't have the same capability. Oh, you do. I'm sorry, you do. You do that over here, right? So if you go to send, right, and I believe you can send it to like an off wallet, like you have like a third wallet you can create. I created a YouTube one, but there's no real money. There's no money in there. But you can create another wallet if I'm not mistaken, and that wallet can be like a US dollar wallet. And right, I believe there's another wallet you can put here. You can make like I had no money in my YouTube one. I was going to start trying to like, I don't know. I'll talk about that at another point. But I believe you can create a wallet and then you can put that wallet inside here and then you can convert it over. So, but I know with CoinsBank, I meant to say CoinsBank, you have that option. I didn't mean to say you have that option with blockchain. You actually do have the option with CoinsBank, right? Come on. Okay, with CoinsBank, you have the same option. If I decided I wanted to withdraw and I wanted to put this over in, my account, I can choose the US dollar one and it will convert this into US dollar. And then at that point, I can then buy Ethereum with it. From here, Litecoin with it. From here, I can go to Litecoin and then do a deposit. Enter my payment method. I want to buy 1 Litecoin, and then I should be able to pick the other wallet that I have. I don't know why it's not letting me do it, but you should have those options like that. But as far as Jaxx, you see how it's a little complicated. It gets a little complicated, and that's partly why people don't really like to do it, and that's why I don't like to do it. Because with Jaxx, all I do is I just pick this little fox in the middle, some spin, little fox in the middle. What I do at that point is I say how much I want to send. So I want to do 0.002. That's $9. But let's just say I'm like, you know what? I want to do a complete $10, or I want to do $250. If I click on where it says ETH underneath the word shapeshift right here, I can turn to US dollar, and then I can say $10. It will create that for me. $100. It will create that for me as well. 125. You know, it will tell you how much you're going to do. Now, over here underneath that, I can pick max if I wanted to as well. Underneath max, you'll see shapeshift. So the way that this works is that you're sending Jaxx an amount of an amount of Ethereums or Bitcoins or Litecoins or whatever coin you have. You're sending those coins to them. What they're doing is they're using a second wallet that has Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, stocks or whatever is in there. And they're sending from that second wallet back to you. So there is a small fee once you go to go do this. And then I'll show you what the small fee looks like. So if you press, it's annoying. Press send. It won't let me press send. Okay, press send. . it will have you confirm it. It will tell you how much the fee is in Bitcoin, and then you pay that fee. Sometimes it's going to be in Ethereum. Sometimes it's going to be in another currency, but usually it's in Bitcoin, because usually you're going back and forth from Bitcoin to Bitcoin, stuff like that. So I'll press cancel because I don't really want to do it. So let's say if you want to turn Ethereum or Bitcoin into Litecoin, and you don't see it here in this little option underneath this little arrow right here. You don't see underneath that little arrow. You just click on that other arrow, and you can pick what you want. So here it is. You can convert it into Salt. You can convert it into Edgeless, Wings, Civic. They have a bunch up here. They don't have like the best one. They do have Bitcoin Cash coming soon. I don't think Bitcoin Cash is available. Up here at the top, if you notice where it's moving, you have Ethereum Classic. You have your Litecoin. You have your Dash. At one point, I had a bunch of these in here. Again, I moved them to other wallets for other reasons. You also have your Zcash, right? And then I just want to show you guys one more, because they have Bitcoin Cash up here, but I don't believe you can actually deposit yet. So you have your Bitcoin Cash. Oh, they do have Bitcoin Cash up here. So the way you add them is right here. You have your tools. This is how you back up your wallet. Again, back up your private keys. However you got to do it, take a picture of it with an external phone or camera, or you also could you could pair your devices. This is going to give you a private key address. I'm not going to show you it, otherwise you'll be able to withdraw all my money from here, and all my ERC20s will display. At the same time, we'll back up your wallet. It will display the 12 numbers. That's the memoric address. So that address lets you use for the ERC20. And then you got your wallets. So if you had any of these coins that you wanted to buy, or you wanted to send them over to this token, you could. To this wallet, you can. You have all these different ones. You see Bitcoin test. It says Ethereum test. I guess they're testing something new with them. But you saw Bitcoin Cash is now available at the same time. It did say Bitcoin Cash test at one point. So that is good to see that Bitcoin Cash test is over with. And now you can actually put Bitcoin Cash up there. If you click on it, it will uncheck. At the same time, you have on the right-hand side, you have this little icon. It will let you move it. So that's it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how that works. I click on the test ones. It won't let me click on them. So those test ones don't work currently. Here's the Ethereum test one. Let's see what it does. Oh, actually let me see it now. It will let me see it before. Okay, here it goes. And let me see it now too. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin test. So don't put any money in the test ones, because I don't know what they're for. But it looks like they're testing something, some sort of new something on here. And, you don't want to obviously be without your Bitcoin. So don't send them here if there's no way to get them back from here. Okay. So I'm going to stop this. But this is what I use Jaxx for mainly. As you guys see, it just froze. So let me just go back. Usually when you do that, it's going to recache everything back to the beginning. So if you wanted to receive Bitcoins, you can press the receive button, and you can say the amount you want. I'm sorry. 1 Bitcoin. I can generate that. And then someone can send me 1 Bitcoin by taking a picture. This is where the QR code comes in handy. So you have your little picture. So I'll show you what it looks like. If you press this, again, it shows this icon. It shows this camera here. It's my hand. Could not validate, whatever. So, and that's it. So they can, if that person's right next to you, that's how you generate that code. If for whatever reason you want to text or email someone your code so they can send you Bitcoins, you just press this little icon down here. It says your current Bitcoin. Just click on that. It's a little icon on the right hand side. It will then copy to the clipboard or whatever phone you're using. It will allow you to send someone that code, and then now they can send you back the amount of Bitcoins you're currently asking for. If you wanted to send someone Bitcoin, same thing. You put their code in here, and then what you do is you type in the amount you want to send them. It will tell you how much it's going to cost you in US dollar. If for whatever reason you wanted to send a US dollar amount instead, type in that amount, and then it will type in the amount you can send. Now, it also will tell you the spendable amount. This is the most you can spend after the fee. As you guys can see, $0, because that's how much I have in there. That's how much I can spend after the fee, okay? Same thing works for Ethereum. They all work exactly the same way. If you click on send, you can type in how much you want. Spendable cash after the fee. This is the max I can send. If I need to send it with gas, which is ERC20 and Ethereum and stuff like that, as far as on those markets, I can type in the gas amount. Usually you're going to see gas at 250,000 or 500,000. Type that amount in. It will then auto update the spendable for you. As you guys can see, what I'll do is I'll show you guys this. So I'll bring it down to maybe 50,000. And as you guys can see, I can send 5403 if I make it 500,000. 5407. It actually didn't change as much as it should have. Okay, well, I don't know why it's not changing as much as it probably should, but it usually changes a lot. And me typing it, I don't know why it's not showing it changing. It's like moving it out the way and shit. But in any event, that's how you do it. You insert the data right here, and then when you go down here, okay, you can move out the way now. When you go down here, you can see that I sent transactions before. The icon on the left-hand side, you can copy the address to send the same amount again to the same address if you want. I don't know why anybody would want to do that. But you can also, right here where it says transaction ID, you can click on that and it will take you to that transaction. And you can see what you purchased and how much you spent. So at that time, I sent 133 from my address, which is the 0x1385, to this address here. I don't know what it was for, but if you did have any notes, it would be here in your notes section. But yeah, it would show you that information there. So that's how you send, that's how you receive, that's how you convert. That's why I use Jaxx. I think Jaxx is a really, really useful wallet. If anyone's looking to get started, I believe that the three that I would recommend is Coinbase, Blockchain, and Jaxx. So I'll show you guys the other ones in short, and then I'll show you guys the shift. Okay, so you see here, let me make sure I'm recording. So CoinStats, Blockfolio, those two are just tokens that I actually, so what I did was I invest in tokens all the time, and then I like to just keep track of the ones that I either sold or I have or whatever. So I like to keep track of them all the time. So that's all this is. So if you guys see this and you're wondering what Blockfolio is, I bought Bittrex at one point. I spent $100 at 45 cents and bought 220 of them. And currently right now I have 220 of them and they're worth $1,687. So that's why I invest in those type of coins, as well as like GRX. I purchased 1,000 of them at the cost for me was $491. And as you guys can see, I net right now of my total net, what I made is $44,192, but it's worth overall $4,682. So I bought 1,000 of them. I spent $860. I don't know why it looks like this, but it actually cost me $800 and something. So and that's really that. And then this one is just because sometimes it doesn't update. So when that one doesn't update, I like to use this one. And this one will give me a much more accurate measurement of the tokens. So you guys can see the same thing. Price. Sorry. This one shows me more on here. So the price that I spent was at $4.66 for gold rewards. And then you see that my profit is, the price now currently is $4.60. So I currently hold $4,655 worth. And my profit on that is $3,795. And then my percentage of gain is $441. $441%. That's like 4.5 times my money. And then with Bittrex, I got 16 times my money back. Electronium, 600 times my money back. And then you guys can see Plex Group, I'm losing 26% of my money. But if it ever rebounds, I'll be able to sell. But their platform hasn't come out yet, so I don't see a point in selling. And then you got this one right here, Cash Poker Pro. It's only worth 6 cents. That's what I bought it at. So that's why you see 0%. So that's it. You know what I mean? Binance is an exchange, and I'll show you guys another exchange. But Binance is an exchange that you can buy and sell Bitcoins or Ethereum and other tokens. I like Binance because they have their own tokens, so that's the reason why I bought Binance. That's the reason why I'm in Binance. Some of those tokens that you guys saw are in Binance as well. And then I also use Cryptopia. Okay, I also use CoinExchange. CoinExchange is my favorite. They have every coin up here that I like. Sometimes they don't have any on here. So there's a lot of people that use Bittrex. Bittrex as well has a lot of the tokens up here. They don't have every token, but they have the most important ones that you can buy and sell on Bittrex. Also, again, you want to use the 2FA, the Google Authenticator, when you're using these, because the reason why is because the Google Authenticator will give you a new code every 30 to 60 seconds. I think it's 30 seconds. So what they do is they give you a brand new code on all of these. These are all the things that I use my 2FA for. Bitstamp is another one that I have my Ripple at, my BitConnect, Regal Coin, CoinExchange. I also have HextraCoin, CoinExchange. I have a bunch of these that I use it for, and Legend Coin as well. So that's what you want. And then last but not least, I have my Shift debit card. This is how I spend my Bitcoins if I'm at a store and I just decide, you know what, let me see if they'll take a debit card. As you guys can see, at Walmart, went to the ATM. The merchant, which is the machine itself, charged $2, and then Shift charges $2.50. This is a US-based only debit card, so if you're out of the United States, you cannot currently get it, but they do have the other option, and I'll show you guys that in a second. But as you guys can see, you can spend it on anything. You can pay your electric bill with it. The merchants charge me for that. I can also pay my iTunes account with it. It sends it in Bitcoin. It also tells you what the price of Bitcoin at the very, 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 very bottom, what the price of Bitcoin was at the time. And then it will tell you, I know this $14 is from Coinbase account. I don't know what that is, but, oh, sorry, $14.99 is what it cost me. And then as you guys can see, in total, I paid 0.002076 in Bitcoins. So that's what I paid, even though I'm using my debit card. So that's how that works. You also have the ability to shop with it. You know what I mean? I went to a store. This is H&M. Their store, I spent $119.96. And, you know, just the local pizzeria right around the corner. Again, spent, you know, what is that, $7? I spent $5.10. They charged me $6 because you might want to tip $1. And then they gave me that $1 back. So you see at the very, very bottom, they gave me that $1 back. So, you know, it's not bad. I like being able to use this card. It tells me what my available balance is. It is going to be a lot lower than my Coinbase is going to say. So I'll show you that. It says 719. This is 721. The higher the amount is, the lower the difference is between the two. I don't know why. Don't ask me, but there is a difference between the two prices. It's always going to be a difference between everything. And as you guys can see, Bitcoin has gone up again about $200 since we started talking. But yeah, and then that's pretty much it. Every site that I showed you has its own website except for Shift. But all of them, if you don't want to use the computer, use your phone, you can use the computer. But these are the apps that I use. I'm going to show you guys one more thing that I use, and then I'll show you guys the information about that. One more thing, and then that's pretty much it. And then I'll let you guys comment below, and definitely join us in the group chat. Okay, so I downloaded the Central Wallet, even though Central Wallet is just like a beta. But I do like what they're trying to do. I just don't like the fact that it cost me so much to get involved. But WageCan and HashNest, right? So we'll go to HashNest first. This is a mining program that also has an app. So if you click on Bitcoin, what you can do is you can actually purchase using some Bitcoin. So again, this is where this is how you can scan the QR code if you're sending. I don't know why you would want to scan from here. I never found the purpose for it. But if you decided you wanted to buy, you can click on one of these three down here at the bottom. You can mine Litecoin. You can mine with the S7 miner, or you can mine with S9 miner. S9 miner is going to mine a little bit faster, but it's also going to be a little bit more expensive, so it's about the same in the end. And then you guys can see what you mine overall. So this is what I mined this day, that day. And then if I swipe to the right, it will show you my everyday transactions. It will tell you my payment on each day, how many blocks, stuff like that. It'll show you my percentage. I'm at 9.9%, 9.45%. 9%. You can also see the other days if there were other days. 11%. This one is going to be 9.36, and go back to another day. 8.95. So, and then I can swipe again, and this is how you buy. So if I wanted to buy, what you need to do is first here, you go into wallet, right? I believe it's wallet, and you need to actually put Bitcoins in here. Okay, so you click on Bitcoin, and then you can purchase with Bitcoin. Press the deposit. What it's going to do is going to give you a little code. This is that little code, and you need to copy and paste inside your send address portion, and then, or you can just press the copy, or you can just click on it, highlight it, and press copy. You know, you have those options. You know, do whatever you have to do to get it done. You can send in US dollar, you can send in Bitcoin, or you can send in CNY, which if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like Canadian dollar or I forget. I think it's Chinese yen. As well as Litecoin, same thing. US dollar, Litecoin you can deposit. And then Bitcoin Cash, you have the same option, but you can only put in Bitcoin Cash. Now, I don't know if you can hash Bitcoin Cash. I don't actually see it up here. I just see BTC, right? And then the S9 miner is not Bitcoin Cash, okay? It is actually BTC. If I can zoom in the middle, you'll see cost. It's BTC, okay, which is Bitcoin. And then you have your L3 miner, which is your ant miner for Litecoin, okay? And again, to buy, you just click on it. You can swipe down at the bottom. You can see markets. This is markets, is where I'm at. Markets, shop. You can purchase one if you wanted. And US dollar is $1,500. And then Bitcoin wise, this is how much you have to send them in order to receive it. It shows you on average what you should be making on your payout, which is 9% per day. On your payout, maintenance per payout is 9%. And then you should be mining at least 0.19 terahash per day. So that's kind of how that works. It's a little confusing, but I'll try to find me like a real good mining video to be explained how mining works. But this is just for people that wanted to just, you know, put a little bit of money in and then want to see it grow over time. And then we have WageCan. WageCan is an app that allows you to do the same thing as far as mining. The only difference is you can purchase a debit card through them. So I'll show you guys my WageCan funds. This is how they come in. It did take a long time for me to actually be able to see this. I did have to complain about for like 2 weeks, but now I can actually see how much I mine per day. And if I click on it, it'll tell you, okay, use my S9 miner, 500 gigahash, and I mine 0.006. So, and overall, I've gotten about $68, but a little bit of it, like $10 of it came from, I think one referral or so, or like 3 or 4 referrals. So, and then you have your card if you actually own any cards, and then you have your hash. This is how you buy. So if you click, so it will list how many you own. So this is what I own, right? And this is how much I make on all that I own. And if I need to buy more, I can click on buy. It will take me here, and it will say, okay, you need $3,500 to buy Rocket. Click on 3,500. You type in your transaction ID code, which is something that you have to have stored. It has to be super long and super complicated. So if you're going to get this, make sure you make it something that you can remember. At the same time, make sure you write it down. And then you press the agreement to buy, and then you press confirm, and then it will take you to a QR code in which you would copy the code, send the amount of Bitcoins they're asking for, 0.3116 or whatever, and then you buy it and it's done. That's how that works. So I wanted to make sure I explained that. Last but not least, how much money can you make in those, right? So I did them for a little bit over a month, but I kept a record of how much it cost me, and I kept a record of how long I felt that it would take me to break even, okay? And then how much I made per day. So we'll start with HashNest was the first one. It cost me $200, which was 0.003 at the time, which was I forget how long ago that was. October 27th. Okay, so $200 was this much back then. I bought 500 gigahash, and then that was the date, like I mentioned. And then what I make on average per day, which was like, this is the first day, I believe, this is what I put in there. And then my maintenance fee on average is about 10% of that. So as you guys saw there before, you're gonna see 0.9 it's at 9.45 on average or whatever. And then withdraw, I don't know how much it's gonna cost me to withdraw, but it should actually take me about so this is what I made so far in the 30 days, right? So if I take this first number, 0.035, and then I divide it by 0.0282, we'll do 0.035, and we divide that by 0.00282. It should take me, this is 12 months. This is over 1 month. So it's taking me 12 and a half months to break even, okay? So this is actually wrong. So you saw that, 12 and a half months, or 12, it should be 360 days, okay? So 12.5 months, okay? Now that takes a long time. If you think about it, that's like forever, you know? But if you also look at it, it only cost me $200. And this is what it's going to cost me to get back these Bitcoins. But let's look at it in dollar amounts. So it cost me $200, and so far I've made, let's just say $28, because we're not going to nickel and dime. So I bought in that $200, and then we divide that by, what was it? 28? 7.25 months, right? So 7 months, 3 days, something like that. So, or, right? Trying to type in or 7 months. Okay, so if you look at it in the middle, I estimated from day number 1 that it will take about 10 months. So if you look at it, it should take me about 10 months. Okay, last one, and then the video is pretty much over. Is here we got the cost was $135, and at that time it was 0.24, and I bought the same amount, gigahash, right? 500 gigahash. As you see, this one's a whole lot cheaper. You know, I don't know why, but maybe it's not as reliable as of a source or something. But you can see 500 gigahash directly from the source is a lot cheaper. Okay, same day. It's about an hour difference, but it shouldn't have been. You know, it shouldn't have cost me that much of a difference. And then profits per day, I make 4 zeros and a 6 was on my first day. That was my first day. And then my maintenance fee is 3 zeros, 2 8, right? So I don't know why these numbers look like this, but there's a reason for that. And over the course of 30 days, I made 0.00229. Now, I didn't calculate what I made on referrals. But what I did was I actually had to go in there individual days, and I had to calculate it all up, and then I got the number out, which was $22.75. So you guys saw me with like $68. Some of that was money that I left in there, plus some of it was a referral. But as you guys can see, $22.75. So let's start off with this number here. So we got, let's do 0.24 divided by 0.0023, right? So 0.024. At 0.0023. So it's taking me like 10 and a half months. I estimated this one to be about 12 months, I guess. But I made $22. And we'll just say $22.75, divide that by the 135. So 135, we divide that by 22.75. So 5.5, almost 6 months. Let's say 6 months. So the first one was 10 months, right? 11 months, whatever it was, 12 months, right? So 10 months or 11 months, whatever it was, and then we got this 6 months. So on average, it should take me about 8 months. So this one's gonna it's gonna come up a little bit faster. Daily, I don't get back as much, and it's probably because I didn't put out as much Bitcoin. But at the same time, me breaking even will happen a lot faster, a lot quicker. And since then, Bitcoin has gone up tremendous since I actually got started. As you guys can see, Bitcoin wasn't this price for a long time. So if I go into Coinbase, which would be the easiest one, and we'll look for October 27th. Bitcoin back then was $5,800. So you guys can see Bitcoin has almost doubled, right? It doubled. We'll say it doubled, okay? So Bitcoin doubled since then. Okay, so that's kind of how you want to look at it. Like, Bitcoin's doubled since then. This 135 would have been 270 had I just left it as Bitcoin. And then same thing, this would have been 400 had I just left it as Bitcoin. And as of right now, collectively, they're not even worth they're worth $50, $51. Okay, me not leaving it as Bitcoin. So mining may not be as lucrative as I would like, but if I'm getting back this amount over a shorter period of time, then yeah, of course it'll be lucrative. But I guess we'll see the longer I'm in this. So I wanted just to give you guys that last bit of information about the apps that I use. So we went over everything as far as how to buy, why I buy, where I buy, how to send, how to sell, and stuff like that. If you guys have any questions, everything else I usually demonstrate through my videos. I don't usually do a deposit video on my Bitcoins. But what I do is I usually do a purchase video. Deposits are not that hard to do. If you guys have any questions about that, let me know. Definitely join us in Telegram. So I'll show you guys really quick our Telegram group chat. We have two of them. We have this one here, which has a ton of people, 331 people. Some of them are going to be the same as the ICO investment group. Which is this one, ICO investment group. For now, if you want to post your referral link, I don't know, I have a bunch of admins that I like in here. Better give some information of why you're joining. So this is the number one rule that I love, and I also hate that people try to take advantage of. So basically, for now, if you want to post your referral link, then better give some info, right? Why you're joining, why should others join, why it's a good opportunity. Info should be a mass message. Naked links and mass text will be deleted. So if you're just putting random information just to put it in there, and someone asks you a question and you don't respond, that's because you're just coming in there just to drop one link and go. And we're not going to obviously appreciate that. We won't even join. We'll find someone else that actually has the information and we'll join them, kind of just to spite that person. But at the same time, we also want to make sure we're all getting the correct information. Come on. You know what I mean? We want to make sure that you're not just coming in like this right here. I don't really have a problem with, but as you guys can see, he's giving out all the information. He got the Telegram group chat. He's got the white paper. You know what I mean? They got all this information up here. They even got like a link to a video. So, you know, it's all that information is what I'm talking about. Like, you want that. You want to make sure that all the information that you're giving out is good. And if you have your own YouTube channel, please join us. Like, we want people that have YouTube channels to be in our chat. You know what I mean? It's not about me and it's not about someone else. So all this information is great. You know what I mean? We just want to make sure that everyone is getting all the information and people don't feel left out on the information. And at the same time, we also want to make sure that people aren't just getting people to join underneath them to take advantage of the fact that we have a really good active chat. So you guys can see here, like this person right here posted something, Enoch. He posted all this information, really good information. But here's the problem. You don't see him ever again. You see what I'm saying? He posted that information, but where is he? Where's Enoch? So, and then you got this other person posted this long link, different language. But again, this person, he's usually pretty active, so I won't have a problem with that. But sometimes you won't see that person ever again, because when I ask a question, then they're gone. We don't need that. We don't need you to ghost. And then this person again, he gave information. So that's kind of how we like it. We like information, and we like to be able to go back and forth with you to make sure that the information you're giving is legit. This one is a little bit more people in it, as you guys can see. This is when I started about me and my crypto diving, youtube.com/crypto diving. We started this YouTube channel to make sure that we weren't missing out on any, not YouTube channel. Yeah, we started a YouTube channel and this link to make sure we weren't missing out on anything. And we realized that other people were missing out on some of this stuff. Some of these ICOs that are really, really good. Since people were missing out on, we wanted to make sure, hey, listen, let's all get involved. And let's try to get more ICO information, because the other one is more like a HYIP information site. More people on here like to talk about HYIPs. So we wanted to make sure that people got all the information they felt was necessary. So if you made it this far, let me know. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I do apologize. Again, this is exactly what the title said it was going to be. I just wanted to make sure I gave out as much information. And again, it's in portrait mode, so I do apologize for anyone that's on the computer. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and definitely share.